Welcome to English Weaver and hello everyone. Today we tell the story of Tom Cruise, a star with bold energy and a brave heart. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Tom Cruise began as an eager young actor chasing a dream. He moved with hope, worked hard, and learned fast. His energy and focus pulled people in, and curiosity kept him trying new things. Right away, he showed a mix of charm and grit. Audiences noticed his smile and his drive. Directors saw potential and gave him chances. He took risks to grow, and those choices shaped a bright path. This story will share highs and lows, dramatic moments and quiet lessons. Expect action, emotion, and honesty. We will look at how a small-town boy became a global name through work and will. Stay with us as we begin this journey into a life of craft, daring, and learning. If you love stories that teach English and life, hit subscribe now and join the ride. Tom Cruise was born in Syracuse, New York, into a working-class family. His early years were marked by moves, change, and a search for identity. He watched life closely and learned to adapt. His father worked various jobs, and his mother tried to hold the family together. Money was tight, but love and effort were present. These facts shaped a young mind that valued hard work. As a child, he attended many schools. Discipline was inconsistent at home, and the classroom became a place of refuge. Teachers saw a bright, restless boy who needed challenge and focus. He loved performing from early on. In school plays, he found a way to speak his truth. The stage gave him confidence, and applause taught him the power of presence and clarity. Sports also shaped him. He tried different games, and he learned to move his body with intention. These skills helped later in risky stunts and in roles that demanded physical energy. Faith and belief touched his youth. He grew up in a family that valued strong views, and this gave him a sense of certainty. That certainty would later fuel bold professional choices. Moving often made him resilient. New towns and new schools taught him to meet strangers, to start again, and to make friends quickly. He learned to be brave in new places. At times, his childhood felt lonely. He searched for voices that understood him. Acting gave him a voice, a shape for feeling, and a way to turn pain into craft and purpose. His early mentors mattered. A drama teacher encouraged him to keep trying, and small roles at school showed a talent that could be shaped. That gentle push was vital to his path. He worked odd jobs to help his family. These chores taught responsibility and respect for labor. He learned that success must be earned, and that small efforts build trust over time. Family moments were both warm and strained. Arguments and tears mixed with laughter and quiet dinners. These contrasts taught him about complex human feeling and layered characters. He had a strong need to prove himself. That need came from early instability, and it pushed him to prepare, to practice lines, and to take risks that others might avoid. Friends and rivals both shaped his style. Competition made him sharper, and collaboration taught him patience. He learned that people could help his growth if he listened well. Early setbacks did not stop him. Rejection in small auditions pushed him to try harder. Each no became a lesson, and each lesson fed his hunger for a real chance in film. He loved watching movies, and he studied actors with care. He paid attention to small gestures, the tone of voice, and the ways a simple look could move an audience. His mother supported his dreams in subtle ways. She took him to plays, encouraged him to audition, and kept a steady hope when the future felt uncertain. That hope mattered more than money. School friends recall a boy who practiced speeches and scenes, then asked for feedback. He treated practice as a form of life, not just a task, and that habit would serve him well. He trained in basic acting and movement. While not at a top school, he learned the essentials: timing, focus, and listening. Small daily acts of practice made a strong foundation. He loved risk even as a teen. He took chances on stage, tried daring scenes, and showed a hunger for challenge. This love of risk later became a hallmark of his stunt work. He had moments of doubt, yet he returned to performance with steadiness. He learned to channel fear into energy that could be expressed on stage and screen. Local productions gave him steady work and feedback. Small audiences taught him to read reactions and adjust. These early lessons trained a polished performer ready for bigger roles. Teachers noted his discipline when he practiced. He learned to arrive early, to learn lines by heart, and to respect the craft. Respect for work became a quiet, guiding rule. Growing up in a modest home taught him empathy. He watched people struggle and he learned to portray real humans with care. This empathy helped him create characters that felt alive. His teenage years were a time of choice. He could follow a safe path or chase acting. He chose the road of art, despite risk, and this choice set the course for all that followed. He carried both confidence and humility. Confidence pushed him forward and humility kept him learning. That combination served him as he left home for auditions and small parts. Early fame did not come overnight. He first met small success, then more choices. Each role taught him skills and each misstep taught patience. He learned to build a steady rise. He was shaped by both joy and strain. Childhood memories of laughter and sorrow became tools for his art. He learned to turn personal history into fuel for emotional scenes. His foundation was simple and strong. A mix of family love, hard work, early mentors, and steady practice created a basis from which a star would emerge and grow. Tom moved to Hollywood with a strong heart and clear aim. Small roles came first, but his faith in craft kept him steady, and he kept learning on set and off. His breakout came when he chose bold parts that matched his energy. Audiences loved his honesty on screen, and directors saw a rare mix of charm and focus. Risky business showed his spark, and the film opened doors. He used the chance to show range, and he proved he could carry a story with light and depth. Top Gun made him a star in a single flight. The role connected with youth and courage, and his name rose with the roar of jets and strong emotions. He kept choosing roles that asked for risk. He trained for stunts, learned new skills, and often did scenes himself. This choice made his work feel real. He worked with directors who pushed him. Each director taught a new lesson in craft. He grew by listening, by trying, and by sometimes failing in front of camera. In dramas, he showed deep care for character truth. He mixed action with feeling, and he proved that a big star can still find small, true moments. He found success in both bold blockbusters and quiet films. That balance kept him versatile and allowed him to reach wide audiences with different tastes. The mission films became a long journey for him. He led the team with grit, and the series grew bold with each new risk in action and plot, and fans waited eagerly. He became known for real stunts that raised the bar. Fans admired his physical courage, and crews respected his discipline and focus on safety, and teams trained hard. He also chased roles that tested his acting deeply. He played complex men, lovers, and fighters. Each role sought truth, not only spectacle, and that aim showed. Critics often debated him, yet many praised his effort and craft. He learned to take critique as a chance to refine, and he kept growing through hard study. He earned awards and nominations that marked industry respect. Yet he stayed focused on work, not praise, and used recognition to fuel new goals, always. He built a team that matched his ambition. Producers, directors, and fellow actors joined him in bold ideas. Together, they chased stories that mattered to him. He learned to train body and mind. For roles, he learned to fly, to fight, and to move with purpose. These skills added truth to his scenes and stronger performances. He met failure in some films, and he met great success in others. Through both, he kept one rule: to learn the lesson and move on with care and craft. He used fame to shape projects he loved. He invested time and heart in scripts, often bringing new energy to stories that might otherwise stay small. He kept a clear work ethic. Long hours, repeated takes, and focus on detail became his method. This discipline inspired young actors who watched his effort. He became a producer to protect stories he valued. This step let him guard a vision and shape films from start to finish, and it taught him wider craft. He joined causes and met fans with warmth. His public life mixed charity and show, and his presence often moved people to hope and action, and he gave time to causes. He faced controversy, Yet his work continued to open doors. He learned to separate life from art, and he returned to his craft with renewed force. He chose roles that pushed public view of action and heart. This blend of spectacle and emotion became a mark of his style and legacy, and people felt moved. He inspired others with his physical courage and steady focus. Many young performers point to his films as study guides in risk and craft, and they study his method. Through decades, he adapted to change in film and media. He kept learning new tools and new styles, and he remained ready to meet the next challenge. His films often did well at the box office, and he learned how to choose stories with wide appeal. This skill grew from careful thought and a sense of what fans wanted. He cared for craft and detail. From costume to sound, he pushed for quality. That focus made scenes richer, and it showed that small choices shape big results. He mentored young talent and shared time on set. Many actors remember his calm and pressure, and his guidance helped shape careers and strengthen scenes. In the end, his career shows a wish to make strong, brave films. He mixed heart with action, and he kept one aim: to move the audience and tell true human tales. In the middle of his rise, Tom faced public doubt and sharp criticism from media. Rumors grew, and tabloids chased him. Pressure built each day, and he learned to breathe through the noise. Some films did not reach audience hopes, and critics were quick to judge. He felt the sting of public failure, yet he still stepped back to study what went wrong and what could change. Personal relationships drew heavy light. Marriages and breakups were played out in front of cameras. The cost of fame touched him deeply, and he had to find private strength to move ahead. He met backlash for public moments that people debated online and on TV. Those days taught him how one act can grow into a long argument and how to face words with calm and focus. Health and injury became a real risk with his style of stunt work. He pushed his body for truth on screen, and sometimes that led to pain and recovery. He learned patience in healing. Work demands sometimes clashed with personal life. Long shoots, travel, and focus on craft meant family time was tough. This tension taught him new ways to balance and to choose priorities. He faced professional setbacks when deals fell through or scripts failed. These moments felt like doors closing, yet he learned to see them as a chance to seek better projects and stronger stories. Critics questioned his choices and his public image. Some reviews were harsh and personal. He learned to take useful critique and to ignore words that aimed only to wound. At times he felt isolated, even in a room full of people. Fame can make small problems larger, and it can hide real support. He learned to seek honest friends and trusted voices. He grappled with missteps that hurt fans or colleagues. When error showed itself, he worked to make amends, to listen, and to take action. Repair became a quiet lesson in humility. Lawsuits and legal pressure also tested him at times. Legal fights can drain energy and focus. He learned to rely on good advice and to protect what mattered without losing his calm. The media storm around his private life forced him to define boundaries. He set clearer limits, and he practiced saying no to exposure that would harm his peace and trust. Social media amplified moments into movements. A single clip could travel fast and shape public view. He learned to be mindful of quick reactions and to act with care. He had films that failed at the box office, and those losses taught him business lessons. He came to value research, timing, and the right creative team to reduce risk. Creative clashes with directors sometimes left him frustrated. He learned to choose projects where he could give and gain respect, and to speak up gently when needed. He also faced inner doubt, the quiet fear every artist meets. Those nights of worry taught him to use discipline as a steadying force and to return to work with clearer purpose. He found that true recovery after failure meant slow, steady acts. Small daily work, training, and honest study rebuilt confidence in a way that quick fixes never could. Over time, he turned some controversies into change. He listened, adjusted public behavior, and let his work speak stronger. Action and consistent behavior slowly shifted views. He learned to trust a core group of advisors. Trusted people helped him spot pitfalls and kept him grounded. Loyalty and wise counsel became his shield. Public error can teach empathy. Seeing the pain he caused or endured, he grew more aware of others and more careful with words that can harm. He faced the cost of perfectionism. Wanting all details right can isolate a leader. He learned that shared effort and trust in others make better results than doing all alone. After trials, he returned to films with new humility and stronger skill. Fans saw a man who had learned and who kept trying. That return strengthened his bond with audiences. He used setbacks to mentor younger actors, sharing hard lessons and ways to avoid common traps. Teaching became a way to turn pain into helpful action. Loss and sorrow touched him in private ways. He honored memory, and he brought those feelings into roles that asked for depth and care. Pain became honest art. One steady rule became clear: to face trouble with work, not escape. He doubled down on craft, trained harder, and let consistent effort slowly rebuild trust and standing. Failures and controversy did not end his career. Instead, they formed a rugged path that deepened his sense of purpose. He learned that resilience is a daily practice. In the end of these trials, he found a quiet strength, a mix of humility and courage. That blend helped him face new projects with clearer heart and wiser hands. Tom Cruise's legacy shines through years of daring work and clear focus on craft. His films have reached millions, and his name stands for bold physical acting and strong showmanship. He influenced the action genre by bringing real stunts to the screen, and audiences felt a new level of truth. This choice pushed the industry to respect realistic performance and safety. His work showed that a lead actor can also be a craftsman, one who trains hard and cares for details. This ethic inspired many who wanted to grow in their own art and profession. He proved that risk and care can live side by side. By planning well and training, his dangerous scenes felt honest, and that blend changed how people judge action films today. His films gave fans clear heroes and deep emotion. People found hope in characters who try hard, fail, and rise again. That emotional arc became a model for many storytellers. Beyond stunts, he raised the bar for production quality. He pushed for sound, camera work, and editing that matched his vision, and this raised audience expectations for films. Young actors studied his commitment. They learned that steady work, not quick luck, builds a career. His example taught rising artists to value craft over instant fame. He also changed how actors shape their public image. He showed the cost of fame and the need to guard personal life. This lesson helped others plan how to handle attention. His legacy includes mentorship and team building. He gathered people who shared his goals, and this trust produced films that felt united in purpose and craft. Tom's journey proved that mistakes do not end a life. They can teach new ways to care and to work. This message is one reason fans return to his films with respect. He left an impact on film business practices. Studios learned the value of strong, star-driven projects that also respected story and craft. Balance became a key aim. His persistence influenced directors and producers to risk bigger moments, with better planning and safety. The film world grew bolder, yet more careful, after his lead. He also showed how to adapt with change in media. From film to streaming, he learned new ways to reach audiences and to tell stories with fresh tools and timing. His philanthropic acts touched fans and charities. He gave time and support, and this side of his life taught others that success can help many, not only oneself. Tom taught that mastery asks for patience and repetition. He showed that one detail learned well makes many scenes more true, and this slow work became part of his teaching. He left a mark on global audiences who found escape and courage in his films. His characters often face fear, and viewers felt a push to act bravely in real life. His craft also influenced stunt teams and coordinators. They found ways to design scenes that look real while protecting people, and this improvement helped the whole industry. He modeled a life of focus that asked for strong habits. Daily practice, physical health, and study became visible traits that others could copy to strengthen their own lives. His career showed that a public figure must hold steady values. When tested by pressure, he learned to return to work, to learn from error, and to build better choices. Many directors praised his drive to make scenes true. That hunger for truth improved films, and it pushed collaborators to match his craft, creating richer cinema together. His influence goes beyond screens to training and education. Acting schools and workshops cite his commitment as an example of how to merge body and mind for strong roles. The lesson from his story is clear that resilience matters. Time and work can repair trust, and honest action can turn setbacks into new chances to touch hearts. He left a complex legacy, full of triumph and hard lessons. This mix teaches fans to admire craft, to judge with care, and to accept that growth needs both failure and courage. In the end, his impact is a call to work with heart. Young artists watch his journey and learn that brave choices, steady effort, and care for others form a lasting path. Now we reach the close of Tom Cruise's tale, a life of risk, craft, and steady growth. His path shows that steady work and brave choices can shape a lasting story for many. In short, he rose from small stages to great sets by training hard, learning fast, and facing fear. His story teaches that talent must meet effort to become true success. We saw joy, pain, error, and repair. Each chapter brought lessons about humility, craft, and care for others. The human side of fame matters as much as public praise. Thank you for listening to this long and honest story on English Weaver. If you liked it, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more true stories. Please leave a comment below with your view. What surprised you most about his life, and what lesson feels useful for your path? I will read and reply when I can. If you want another story, tell us which figure or theme to explore next. We can cover actors, leaders, or stories for English learners to grow in skill and courage. Remember that art asks for practice and heart. Let his work remind you to train with care, to accept failure as lesson, and to return to work with calm and courage. Goodbye for now, and thanks again for being here. Keep learning through stories, keep practicing your English, and come back soon for more tales that teach and inspire.